Oh, we are live.
We're
Okay.
live. There we go.
Hello, everyone. We have something special for you today. We have a slide prepared.
Excited.
We're going to show you our marketing machine that has made us actually millions of dollars.
Actually.
We're going to show you what we do in our business and what our clients do and what we teach. And so if you are thinking about 2021, if you are thinking about the big picture, whether you're in a clinical setting, whether you do direct sales, whether you work online, whether you have one-on-one patients or clients, it doesn't actually matter.
Nope, sure doesn't.
So what we're going to show you today is our marketing machine and the strategy that we teach to hundreds of practitioners and coaches that have enabled them to go from zero email list, zero Facebook group, zero known by anyone, zero program, zero lead gen, zero sales process, zero onboarding, nada.
Nothing.
And within 3 to 6 months, having hundreds or thousands of people on their email list, making 1 sale, 3 sale, 5 sale, 10 sales, 15 sales, getting new clients, whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
And we're going to show you today what that machine is, because if you have a plan, whether your plan is to do 10K months, 20K months, 50K months, 100K months, $1 million months, which you might be like, give yourself a couple years and it won't seem that far off. I promise you that. Right? Can you imagine though, like just for a second, I remember when I was being like, okay, I'm going to make $100,000.
Yeah.
That was my goal. And I remember that. That was in 2013. In 2013, I set out to make $100,000 in my online business, not even in my clinic. My clinic was supporting me. Like my full-time job was my clinical practice.
Yes.
Right? Where I was at 9 different gyms. I was in a doctor's office. I had licensees. Like my nutrition practice was my full-time job.
Yeah.
And I remember saying, okay, like the elusive 6 figures.
Yeah.
The December prior, I remember, I'll never forget this as long as I live, December 26th, 2012.
2012?
2012, yeah, because I joined the mastermind in March of 2012.
Okay, so eight years ago right now.
8 years ago, okay. 8 years ago, I had no email list. I had nothing. And I had a nutrition practice, but like, I had the email list and all that stuff from them. And like, that was fine. But I joined the mastermind in March of 2012. And so that December, it took me that long to create my first product. So I joined from March. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Took me
9 months.
Our clients actually get their entire online business done in 6. And it was because back then, like I still had to figure so much stuff out for myself. It wasn't like what we offer where it's like very step by step. It's like, here's a very loose idea, go figure it out. So I figured it out. And I did my first online launch. I used PayPal. I had a sales page that I wrote myself and that I remember having to submit the copy for review. And I like almost threw up because I was so nervous that it was horrible.
Yes.
And I remember I had built up an email list, one person at a time, from interacting with people on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn was like the most popular social media at the time, which is hilarious now.
Yeah.
And I, one by one, I found practitioners and coaches and Pilates instructors and all this stuff. And I remember like sitting on the couch December 26th, right after Christmas, and like sending the email. I think I built up an email list of like 800 people or whatever. And I ended up making $13,000 in change. And my mind was blown. My mind was blown. Like, oh my God, this really works. 8 months of work. 8 months of work So think about it for all y'all who were like, how fast am I going to recoup my investment?
Yep.
I paid 20,000 US dollars to make 13,000 Canadian dollars. Okay. Like, think about that. But what I got were skills and training that now earn me millions of dollars.
That's the missing link. That's the piece that's so hard to conceptualize, I think, for people just starting out.
Yeah. Yeah. And the mindset that I achieved over that first year.
Yeah.
And the level of resilience and the level of like sacrifice and dedication. So I paid 20,000 US dollars. I made in that first year, I think like probably I did another launch. So probably I made, I don't know, 50 by the time like my year came.
Yep.
Right. 50,000 Canadian dollars.
Yep.
Which was like, I had to pay back 30,000 US dollars. So I made like $20,000, let's just say in my first year online, but not even, because then you have to pay for the platforms. I had to pay for tech people.
Yeah.
I probably made no money.
Yep.
If I go back and look, I don't think I made. 2013 I did. And that's when I made $100,000. So in year one of going online, it was really like year 1.5, but year one, I didn't make very much money. Right. But in year two, I did. So if I looked at that investment as a loss, that would be really, really short-sighted. It would be really, really short-sighted because that investment literally gave me the foundation to get here. 8 years later, I have an 8-figure company. 8 years. Right? 8 years. And so really my first online thing was in 2011, but I don't even really count that because like that was like the most haphazard thing of life. But it's funny because the model that I learned then 8 years ago is still the same thing.
Is it now?
Yeah. So basically I invested 20,000 US dollars to become a millionaire. I say it paid off. I mean, listen, I invested a lot more than $20,000. Let's just be clear. Right? Let's be clear. I think in 2020 alone, we must have spent 100,000 US dollars on learning skills and whatnot.
Yes.
But the thing is that like that is necessary. You want to get to the next level and you don't know how to do that. You have to invest in learning the skills and learning the frameworks and learning the model and learning the strategies from people who are actually doing this day in and day out in their business.
Yes. Yes. And the investment always comes before the up level.
Yes.
It has to.
The investment and the training and the practice comes before the growth.
Yeah, has to.
And so, are you frozen?
I don't think so.
Oh, your face is. Oh, there we go.
Oh.
So what we want to show you is basically the 5 steps that we have in our marketing machine that has allowed me to go from generating, $100K a year to millions.
Yeah.
And the same thing with our clients. Like, we've had clients who did the 10K success system last year that are making 6 figures this year.
Yeah.
Right? We had people who did the 10K success system 2 years ago that are doing multi 6 figures this year.
That's
and
true.
Next year, those people who did the 10K success system 3 years ago will do $500,000, $750,000, and maybe even $1 million. Like, that's how this goes.
Yes.
And so that growth is really important to understand. And it's really important to be realistic about it.
Yeah.
And
yes, it is.
When you scale too quickly, your infrastructure actually breaks down and implodes.
Yes, it does.
And so for those people that are like, well, how do I go from $0 to $20,000 a month? We're like, you shouldn't aim for that, actually.
Nope.
Unless you want to feel like you're going to die. And so I'm going to share the screen. And this is our marketing machine. It's, there's a lot of nuance to it, but at the core of it, it's very simple. And the best part about it, it's repetitive. And it might take 3 months, 6 months to get it to a place where it is repetitive, but it is. We have clients, current clients, past clients who've used this as their main marketing model and have scaled to multi-six figures.
Yeah, this is the foundation. And this is, again, I think what's really hard to grasp. You have to build the foundation. You have to invest in understanding and creating and, completely building out the foundation before you can then grow it and scale it. And what's really cool is once you've built it, you're not going out and doing something new every 6 months. Like that's not what you're doing now. You build it and then you just focus on making it better and better and better and biggering it, right?
And biggering it. Yes.
Bigger it. And that's how you do it. That's it.
And it's like, okay, we have clients who in the 10K success system, they're like, okay, I did my webinar. What do I do? I'm like,
what's next?
Do it again. Change nothing. We go and we look at the numbers and we do a self audit and we make small improvements. And guess what? In 2 weeks from now, you're going to do it again. And then you're going to do it again. And we're going to audit it again. And we're going to look at where the breakdown is all across the different mile markers. And you're going to do it again. And you're going to do it again. And you're going to do it again. And eventually you're going to get so good at it that you're just going to do that. And you're like, oh, is this my business? And we're like, yes, it is.
This is it. Now bigger it.
Yeah. Yes, it is. This is it. Right?
That's it.
So do you want to walk through what this is?
Yeah, I do. Let's start at the beginning with, what is it, a cog? Is it called a cog? Is it called
a spindle? A cog?
Spindle? A cog? I don't know. Okay.
A gear shift? A gear.
A gear? Okay. Let's call it a gear. So gear number 1 is ads. Here's the thing. Before you can do anything with anybody in any business, you need to find the people that you want to work with. You have to bring them into your world. And to do that, you need to advertise. You need to advertise. And you need to advertise in a very specific way that only brings you in the people that you most want to work with. That's it, right? You need to get in front of them and you need to bring them off of whatever wide world platform they are currently just like hanging out in, and you need to pull them into your world. And so the current best practice that we teach, the current tool for this strategy is Facebook ads, because Facebook ads allow you to get in front of your exact person for the least amount of money and pull them in and then move into the next gear or cog or spindle on the marketing machine. Does that make sense?
Yes. And I think that, a lot of practitioners and coaches will look at this and sort of constrict and repel because they're like, oh, I don't want to do this. And it's like, why not?
Yeah, well, why
you want to learn this? Like, you should be lining up to learn this, because this is what enables you to transform lives. This is what enables you to build an audience of people who need your help. This is what enables you to change your life.
This is it.
And this is it.
Simple.
And it doesn't need to be any more difficult than this. And so it's like, I don't like marketing. No, you don't like self-promotion.
Yes.
And there's a difference. I don't want to feel salesy. Yeah, me neither. So
nobody does
that? we have a marketing machine that primes the person, that educates them, that builds trust with them, so that by the time they get to the enrollment conversation with you, it's not like they're like, sorry, what do you do again? And why is this helpful for me?
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So like really digging into this and really wanting to learn this, it's so important. Okay, keep going.
Yeah.
So ads lead to.
Ads lead to, this is a huge light bulb moment for a lot of people. Ads do not lead to your program offer. Ads do not lead to working with you or a sales page. Ads attract the cold people who've never heard of you but have the problem that you solve, and they take them to a lead magnet. This is the first offer, quote unquote offer, that you make to people, right? And this is very specific. A lead magnet is designed to offer your people who don't know you yet, who've never heard of you yet, a quick win in relation to the big problem that you solve, right? And to move them into a place to be more receptive to want to hear from you, right? It's your first interaction with the person. It's not a sales conversation. It's not.
Sorry, I changed.
I was like, why are we looking?
I don't know what just happened. I hit my mouse, but now I can't. Hold on. Let's stop sharing. Hold on. Remove.
Stop sharing.
I don't even know where it went. This happened to me the other day. Sorry, everyone.
So we're just talking about lead magnets. It's no big deal. So you have an ad, you reach the people who have the problem you solve, and you direct them to a lead magnet, which is free, which is an invitation for them to interact with you through a piece of content, consume that piece of content, and get a win. It's as simple, it's as straightforward as that. How is the screen sharing going?
Sorry,
okay.
It's weird, so I don't really even know. I'm just
That's fair.
Do it.
All right, that's cool.
We have technical difficulties on the morning show today. Here we go. We're back.
We're fine. All right. Is there anything you want to add, nicely done, for lead magnet that I didn't
Yes.
go into?
Okay. A huge mistake that practitioners and coaches make. And it honestly, like, this is the same thing that our clinical practitioners use as well. They use Google ads or they use Facebook ads, and they drive traffic to a consult, right?
Yes.
Like, it's the same thing. And so what we've implemented for some of our clinical practitioners is the actual nurture piece.
Yes.
Because it helps increase conversions.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, I run a clinic. This still applies.
People still need to be nurtured. They still need to develop something.
Yeah. And so one of the biggest mistakes that we see with the lead magnet, which is why we actually in the 10K success system do things backwards.
Yes.
Is because you have a lead magnet without fully understanding who your prospect is, what the problem is that they believe that they have, and the problem that you're solving. Like, what is the urgent problem that they will pay to solve? And because you don't have clarity on that, first, you go and you create this lead magnet, and and same thing with your ad, potentially are attracting the wrong people into your world. And so then when you go and you promote the webinar or you promote your offer, which is your program or your service, it's like crickets.
Yes.
And so when even our clients, they start off thinking it's one way, and they get to the end of the 10K success system, and we go back to the beginning and we're like, okay, let's update it now, because they have so much clarity. Clarity comes from doing the work.
Yes.
And so if your lead magnet is not converting at least 30% or higher, we really need to have a conversation about that.
Yes.
So
totally.
The lead magnet really helps to give you the ability to stand out like a purple duck. Like, you want to be a purple duck. Like, you want to be identifiable by all the people that are also purple ducks, meaning that they have the problem that you can solve. They see your ad in the newsfeed and they're like, yes, that's mine. Oh my gosh, this guide, I need it. I need it so bad. And then the guide is actually good and helpful, and you're like actually giving them strategies versus like these simplistic, generic nonsense habits that are everywhere, right? Yep. And then they're like, oh my God, this was so helpful. I actually feel a little bit better. What else you got?
Yes. And can I point out that pretty much all marketing machines start with ads and end with a client. But this is where it's specific to health. This is where it's specific to coaching. And this is why we see practitioners, coaches legitimately coming in every month who have tried XYZ strategies out there that are really popular, that work in different industries, and see no success. It's because you work with people with problems and dreams and really big private things.
Yes.
And the lead magnet and the nurture are so important to creating the trust that's going to bring the person one step closer to working with you and feeling like you will take care of them.
Yes.
This is key, you guys.
Yes. And that nurture piece is an email sequence, but it's also your ongoing content. And this is the hardest part. This is where a lot of people mess up, and they don't include nurture. They're not consistent with it.
Yes.
They don't know how to do it. So they're randomly just posting on social media. They're randomly posting on social media, and they're randomly sending out emails, and then they go and they promote something, right? Which is self-promotion. Work with me for an hour, my 21-day detox. Like, people don't want to, okay, they do want a 21-day detox, but it's not helpful for them. Like, what are you going to do with someone in 7 days? So, it takes just as much effort for you to sell a 21-day, $47 thing as it does to sell a $9.97 12-week program that's going to provide them transformation.
That is so true.
And you're going to get them better results. And so this lead magnet is attached to, it's automated. So if somebody subscribes via the ad to the lead magnet, they get the lead magnet, then they go into your nurture sequence. They get the very strategic 1, 2, and 3 emails that initiate the relationship with the person. And at the same time, they're being put into your Facebook group and you're nurturing them there.
Yes.
And so for however long, you are providing them with strategic, organic content, because now they're in your world.
Yes.
And then you're going to invite them to the next step, which is your masterclass or your webinar. And so at this point, think about it from the psychological perspective. At this point, they already know you. You've already gotten them a win. They have seen you do, content to some degree. Maybe they've engaged with you on a Facebook Live. And you're giving them the opportunity to dive deeper into healing, dive deeper into transformation with you, dive deeper into getting access to the strategies that worked for you and your clients or your loved ones or whatever. Of course, they're going to want that.
Of course they want that.
So they're going to sign up for your masterclass. And then in your masterclass, this is where you shine. This is where you get to educate them on what they're trying now and the root cause, which is, that's where you educate them. It's like, do you really want to know why you feel so stressed all the time? Do you really want to know why you're anxious and why the meditation and the mantras and the essential oil, like why everything you're doing isn't working? And that's when you can educate them on whatever your root cause is.
Yeah.
And you walk through in the webinar the misconceptions that they believe to be true that are holding them back. And then you talk about your discovery and you talk about the reason that you put together your method and what it includes and how it's so helpful to get them results. And then you offer them a container to get results in, and they book calls with you. And all of that happens from, it could be within a 7-day period of somebody coming into your world. It could be a 30-day period of somebody coming into your world. But if this is happening all the time, rinse and repeat, and it's set up for you and automated, the only thing that's left for you to do is publish content on the regular.
Nurture. That is the piece that keeps going.
Nurture and enrollment. That's it.
That's it.
Because the ads are working to bring people in. So it's not like you have to go scour for leads.
No, that's just happening.
It's just happening. And so it's happening, you're coming in. And so if you have like a template calendar where like Monday is this, Tuesday's this, Wednesday's this, Thursday's this, Friday, whatever, and you're just putting up the content and you're doing your Facebook lives and you're reaching out to people and you genuinely care and you're excited for them to be in your room. You like can't wait to teach them and you can't wait to get to know them.
Yes.
They're going to feel that from you.
Yes.
And they're going to want to come to your masterclass.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes.
And they're going to want to know how they can work with you when you are educating them, when you are sharing your own struggles, when you are relating to them. And all of this happens on autopilot. And it works the exact same way for a clinical practice. You use paid advertising to drive leads to a website. They offer the consult.
Yes.
It's the same thing. Now, would consults convert more? Would they be inclined to buy more supplements? Would they be inclined to sign up for a package, even if you have to do individual billing? Yes. If they were nurtured, yes, they would. If they were primed and educated as to what an osteopath is and what they do, and would they have more buy-in? Yeah, they sure would.
Yep.
Because I don't know about you, but how many times have I gone to see a licensed practitioner and I was like, well, I didn't feel anything after the first go. I'm out.
I'm many times.
Spending $200 on this.
Same.
But if I was educated, if I was in a Facebook group, if I was nurtured, if I was continuously communicated, I would go back.
Yes, you would.
Because I would understand what the process is. But licensed practitioners don't have a marketing machine. And so they have a revolving door of clients and patients.
Yes.
Which I don't know that that's ideal, but it is what it is.
I just want to full circle this for a minute, because at the beginning you said you should be excited to learn this, right? And so I'm going to add, you should be excited to go and do this. You should be excited. You should think of this as like the lifeblood of you being able to interact and help your people and have impact in this world in the way that you were meant to have impact in this world. Really, 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 this matters. It matters how you show up. It matters your mindset around these pieces.
Yes.
This is it.
If you're like, I hate creating content, what you're really saying is I have no interest in connecting with or educating the people that I want to pay me money.
For real.
With respect, that's what you're saying.
Yes.
If you're saying, I hate sales, I hate tech, I hate marketing, think about the energy. This is your business. These are the elements that make up your business. So if you have disdain for them, how successful do you think you're going to be? Just take a minute, right? We'll just take a minute for that one.
Just let that sink in for real. It matters. It matters a lot.
What you think about these elements matters, because that's the energy you're bringing to your business.
To the client interaction pieces.
Yes. It might feel challenging to you. It might be confronting. 100% okay.
Normal.
There's a learning curve. Yep. But if you're like, I hate this, I hate creating content, I'm so bad at this, this really sucks, I don't want to have to do this, you're begrudgingly growing your business.
Yeah. And we can feel that. People can feel that.
Yeah. If you're like, I have to do a Facebook Live. The law of attraction is real.
So real.
Right? Energy is real. We can all feel energy, even over the Zooms.
When we do these shows, we are so excited to talk about this.
Yeah.
You know that. I know that you know that, because we are genuinely so excited to talk about this.
Because this is the bomb. It's the bomb diggity. And this will change your life. And all we want is for you to embrace that.
Yes.
Embrace it. The burnout comes from the disconnection in your energy centers.
Yes.
Personal disdain for the work that you have to do.
Yes.
And the desire to be successful creates a collide that then messes with your hormones and your mindset and your energy levels. So if you're like, I don't want to do this, I hate this, I can't believe I have to do this, but I'll do it. If you say, people say that, if you say that I have to do, I don't want to do this, but if you tell me to do it, I'll do it. I'm like, don't do it.
Yeah.
That's where burnout comes from.
Yep.
That's where burnout comes from. It comes from the intention behind it.
Yeah.
Right? And like, listen, I'm not perfect. I feel that sometimes too. And
totally.
It's not that I go and change my strategy. I change my perception of what I'm doing. And if there's something truly, truly that I don't like doing, I don't do it anymore.
Yep.
I don't begrudgingly do it.
Yep.
I don't do it anymore. And I figure out another way to have the same result.
Yeah.
Because it's the result I'm after. I can change the method by which I get the result. If you don't like writing content, then do video.
Yes.
Record audio, get that transcribed. Like, there's always a way.
Always.
But what you have to do is figure out a way to attract the right people, nurture them, educate them, build a relationship with them.
Yes.
Help them to understand, bring them to a new level, and get them to work with you. Because only when they work with you do they get the transformation. They will not get the same level of transformation by consuming free content.
No, they will not.
And you are here to transform lives. This is what we're doing here. And I know you want that. I know you want to transform your own, and I know you want to transform other people. So it starts with really being like, okay. I'm excited. It's challenging. I feel out of my comfort zone, but I'm also pumped.
Yeah. You can make that choice.
Yeah. So if you want to chat more about this, please go book your fast track call at thewbh.com/fast track. We are here to help you with this. If you're like, oh my God, I don't know ads. What should my budget be? What should this be? What should that be? Let's chat. We will answer all the questions you have and then some.
Mm-hmm.
So go to thewbh.com/fast track and let's chat about this. This is important. If you have a goal for 2021, and you're like, I'm not sure how to achieve my goal, please let us help you. We would love to work with you. We would love to help you. So you can go to thewbh.com/fast track. We will be back again tomorrow. Have a good day, everybody.